Hi Video Diary. Today is December 28th, 2023, and today I'm going to be doing some of my goal setting and planning for 2024. So by goal setting and planning, I mean doing my vision board for the year. Last year was the first year I've ever really made a vision board, and I made it in my little scrapbook. I mean, it's not really decorated in the front, but scrapbooking was, you'd say, my hobby of last winter break. And just to show you, empty first page, of course. Here she is. I'm so proud of the way it turned out, and honestly, like, a lot of the things on this came true from last year. Like, I had made this beginning of this year, end of last year maybe, and I looked at it maybe a few times over the year, but I really sat down and looked at it just probably a week ago, and when I realized the amount of things that had come true, like, I frantically texted my friends and was like, guys, this is absolutely crazy. Like, manifesting went wild this year. Along with that, I do want to make a point of actually writing down specific goals, like on a Google Doc or something. I think I might even, I don't know, put them in the scrapbook somewhere, because pictures are one thing, but I really want to put into words the goals I have for the upcoming year. And in the past, I'd always just jot down a few thoughts in my notes app, but I really want to be thoughtful about this. If I can manifest my perfect life into existence, why not start now? So before I get into making my vision board and goal setting and all that stuff for this year, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the stuff I had in my vision board for last year. Partly because some of it is basic stuff that I want to make sure to put down again, but just to show you guys how cool this is and how you can literally manifest your dream life into existence. For context, I used to be such an academic weapon in high school. By the time COVID came around, I was so burnt out, and going into college that fall of 2021, I never really got my full spark for school back. And obviously I still cared about grades. I still care about grades a lot, just kind of my motivation to actually study and learn the material has kind of gone down the drain a little bit, but it did come back, especially this past fall semester where I actually got my first 4.0, which was really exciting. Next, I just kind of have this picture that says, don't stress over dumb shit. I think a thing I got really good at this year, basically what the picture says, not stressing about the little things. I used to get stressed out over the most minor inconveniences, and I've just kind of gotten good at telling myself, what happens happened, and you can always just try your best moving forward. Stuff like that. Next, I have this girl in some tropical area, and I actually did go on vacation this past summer. We went on a cruise. Cruises are my favorite thing ever. Another thing I have on here is a clothing rack, and I'm not sure when I started really wanting a clothing rack, but I do have a clothing rack in my room, my college room, so that's kind of crazy that I ended up just randomly getting one. Also on here, I have just food for healthy eating, clear skin, which I don't know if you guys would consider that clear skin, but small steps every day. Specifically, the wording of that one is interesting because on top of running, which I'll get into later, I've probably had the most steps I've had in my entire life. I've never really been against walking, but since I was always so into running, I kind of just dismissed it a little, but I started adding in little walks after my runs and just being more conscious about my steps in general, just because, it's an easy way to get some movement in. Also on this page, I have a picture of me doing my nails. Started doing my nails in general, I should say, about this time last year, and I'd say I've gotten to the point where I can confidently do my nails, except ignore my pinky, my two pinkies, and this one nail, because this one broke and I've never actually had that happen before. And my two pinkies, I don't know what's up with that, but they both fell off, and what are you gonna do about that? At least I didn't have to pay $70 for them to fall off. I've wanted a boyfriend since I started reading romance books, and that hasn't happened yet, but I do have a picture of a couple on a car here, and let me just say that something happened along those lines in the last year. Next, on the bottom of this first page, I have these 3 pictures in a row of girls with they're just hanging out, and a blue house. And all of these kind of have to do with my roommates. This blue house actually is my college house that I live in right now, except in the picture the door is red, and when we showed up to our house to move in, it was bright green. So it's not that relevant, but it's funny because probably a few days before we moved out for the semester, we had like a little hangout wine night and we actually randomly played Uno. Like we've never played Uno before. So like the fact that it's literally here is kind of crazy. I'd say the last thing that really came true this year is the graphic at the bottom. And it just kind of says, don't spend another year doing the same shit. Obviously, bad habits are hard to break, but I feel like I've been a lot better about it this year and I've kept up a lot of good habits. For example, running. I've been so good about it. I was so good about it over the summer, but my real fear was going back to school. And I've been the most consistent that I've ever been with running in college, so I'd say that's a win. The gym girly is, I feel like, especially important because I've been trying to like weightlift or like go to the gym or just kind of build muscle since probably 2021, and I actually did it. I actually got the gym membership over the summer and was so good about it. Unfortunately, when I went to school, I did see myself lose that muscle. I still had the gym membership, but it was kind of hard not having a car. One time I tried to take the bus there and I got on the wrong bus on the way back and I ended up like 20 minutes away from where I was supposed to be, so one of my roommates had to come pick me up. Other times I would go to the gym. It was literally easier for me to just run there because the gym was like a mile away from my house. Running there and running back after the workout, not really the most ideal situation, especially in the winter, so I kind of stopped going. But I forced my roommates to get gym memberships, so all three of us are gonna have gym era in 2024. So you know that's going in this year's vision board. I just have a picture of like basically a big dage, and I love dages. Dage season is my favorite time of the year. And I took this picture on my little blue Polaroid ISO 48 camera, which looks kind of similar to this, so I'll insert this in here so I can show you guys. Then next to that is just my little running icon, which I feel like I've already talked a decent amount about my running this past year. Moving on, I just have some stuff about my sorority. I have one that says Greek life is calling, and then a picture of a big and a little, and at that time I was manifesting a good little and I got the best little ever, so glad that worked out. I have a huge wad of money. Now this one's kind of crazy. I mean, obviously every broke college girly wants, wishes, prays that a wad of money will fall into their hands. But this summer, the first time this year, my little ice cream place actually accepted tips. So I made so much cash. And I've never really had cash like that in my life because my paychecks always get like direct deposited into my bank account. So that was crazy. And I really miss my cash tips, but it's fine. Okay, time for the craziest thing. So here I have a picture of a girl with a vlog camera. Now, obviously you guys know that I'm filming this on a vlog camera, but I've wanted one of these for years. And the fact that I actually ended up getting one this year is insane. And it might not sound that insane, but I'm not really the type to splurge on things. But I randomly came across the Sony ZV-1F, which is the camera I have, around Black Friday. Saw that it was $100 off. And even if I had like somehow come to the decision that this was the year that I started vlogging, whatever, I always assumed that there'd be no way that my parents would be like on board with the idea of me spending like so much money on a camera. The craziest thing is the picture I used of this girl is actually a Sony camera. And at first I thought it was the same exact one, which would be crazy, but it's not. It's just the fact that I always assumed that my first camera was gonna be a Canon, and I ended up randomly coming across a Sony and getting the Sony, and there's a Sony in my vision board. That's the crazy part to me. I mean, you can say it's a coincidence. Like, part of me thinks it's just a coincidence. Like, all this stuff, like, it's not like all this stuff fell out of the air to me. It's all stuff I worked for, but I think just putting it down somewhere and coming back to it just really solidified the fact that I was gonna make this happen for this year. So as for this year, I looked online a little bit for pictures and just already put them into a Google Doc so I could print out. I'll insert the little speed through clip of me looking for pictures here. Okay, also I fully changed because this is gonna take a while and I want to be comfy. But before I start with the actual vision board, I figured I'd read out the little list of goals I have. I split it up into 4 different sections: working out, health and fitness, content goals, relationship goals, and career and money. Bruh, I don't know if the mascara is definitely still on my eyelids. I don't know if this is helping, but I'm too lazy to wash my face right now. Okay, desk has been cleared off, and I also went ahead and cleaned half my room because I can deal with the mess, but once I start, I like need to finish. So you can actually see my floor now. I'm going to proceed to cut all of these out, and I will get back to you. And also I'm going to watch One Tree Hill because this is for future me, but you're in your One Tree Hill phase. Hannah finally got you to watch. I feel like I've been doing this for an eternity. Like, this is the pile we've got going. At least there's more. But finally onto my last page. Officially all done with cutting everything out. Here is the remains and all my pictures. I'm gonna take all my pictures and the ones that line up with my goals or just in general, I'm gonna write some kind of intention behind them. Bruh, I just had a second battery die on me. Going back to my example. New York City skyline. This is like for my summer in the city. I'm gonna write something like, I had the best time in the city. 20s, because I'm turning 20 this year. My 20th year on this earth was the best year ever. Stuff like that. Tell me why that took an actual hour, like a full hour. Actually ended up writing a little something on the back of every single one of these. And was it a little cringy to write? Yes, but it's true because this is my 2024 life. Gotta write all the facts down, you know? Next step is to finally start on the assembly. I got a bunch of these little like glue tapes and I literally got 5 of them. Okay, so just whipped out all of my scrapbooking supplies. I have a bunch of these different types of like gems I can put in. I have some different types of paper. They're kind of like crinkled gold I've used before apparently. And then also these like other cutesy little packs. This one's from Michael's, like a craft store. This one's literally from the dollar store. They sell like packs of this kind of paper, which is so nice. Update. Finally finished the background. I feel like I'm gonna end up covering all of it, but I wanted to be more safe than sorry. But yeah, chugging along. Time for the fun part now. Low-key, I'm just gonna like YOLO it and just start gluing things down because it's 8 o'clock and I've been doing this for so long already. We're getting places, guys. It is now 45 minutes later and I've made a decent amount of progress, but I feel like this is the hardest part because I'm running out of my pictures. Like, I need to like fill in the spaces the right way, and then also like certain pictures I like cut out all cutesy like this so I can like layer them because I feel like that's what really makes a collage, some good layering. Okay, it is now 9:40, but I finally finished sticking every single picture on the vision board. I really thought that there were going to be a few that wouldn't make it. The very last one that made it was right here. Right here. It's a cup of water and vitamins, but it kind of looks like pills. Like, I'm not manifesting drugs, guys. Honestly, I really like it. I think it's low-key better than my one last year already. It's not done yet without sparkles and stamps and all the fun stuff, so hopefully this part won't take another hour. Happy 11 p.m. But I'm done, and that's all that matters. Here she is. Oh my goodness, isn't she just beautiful? Like, so obsessed. But we'll be praying to her, hoping that everything comes true. It's already on the vision board, in the Google Doc, like guaranteed. But yeah, this outro is gonna be a short one because I'm exhausted and I'm hungry and I need to lay in bed. But if you like this video and you like my little vision board, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to me so you can help me reach my goal in my vision board. Anyways, I can't wait for a great 2024 with you guys, so I guess I'll just see you guys next time. Oh, and comment down below 3 goals you have for 2024. And comment down any other videos you'd like to see from me, or if anything I mentioned today sparked interest. Yeah, that's all I have. Okay. Bye. Ugh, I can't. Ugh. 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 I don't know how to put more emotion in that. Bye. Well.